What is up, my YouTube friends? Hello and good evening. I hope everybody is doing absolutely fantastic. I know that I'm doing awesome, and I wouldn't expect anything different from you dudes out there because you're absolutely fantastic, and there just isn't any question about it. So what do we got going on tonight? Where is everyone from? I know I'm pretty cute when I look like that. Well, but you know what? Who isn't? There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking fantastic tonight. Look at the pearly whites. I mean, does it really get any better than that? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. It's gonna be awesome. Let's go see what Monica's doing tonight on this amazingly fine evening, because we're gonna answer your live streaming question. Hold on. We're gonna answer your live streaming question tonight on this very live stream. It's gonna be awesome. What's up, honey? How you doing? Oh,
Hey,
we've got a little bit of background coming through. Let's fix that. There we go.
fix it up.
That's better.
Much better.
Yes. Much.
Very
Much better.
much better.
So we've got folks from Texas and India. Yeah,
England?
England. Talk MUs from the grand state of England. I don't think that's a part of the United States. It's probably not like a real state, you know. I don't
No.
know. Who knew? Who knows?
Go Sox!
Hey.
Oh wait, that's the wrong England.
Wow. So what you got going on, babe?
Wow, look at you. What do I well, I'm here for our Wednesday night party.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we got Nova Scotia in the house, the logician. We're excited. We're going to get a visit from the logician possibly in a couple of weeks. And I think that's going to be pretty doggone epic, if you ask me.
Live
What do you
and in
think?
person. Yes. Yes. It's gonna be fun. Whoa.
Yeah, I did get a haircut, ladies and gentlemen.
There it
If
is.
you've watched a more current video recently, you'll notice that, that is the real hair. I kind of like it better like this, but you know what? We're going to go with whatever you want tonight. Probably. We'll see. How are you doing tonight, honey?
Good. Good. I'm doing really good. The weather here is beautiful. It's been beautiful for the past 2 or 3 days, so it's been gorgeous. Everybody, you just feel better when the weather's nice.
I totally agree. Now he has to get a real job. Well, the logician, that's a bridge too far. That definitely deserves thumbs up, though. We've got 25 viewers and only 22 likes. That's a lot of broken thumbs.
That's not a broken
Mega
thumb.
Squad Trevor's in the house from Minnesota, like always. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, so as you guys all know, we're going to answer your live streaming questions tonight, but the first thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that your popcorn is embiggened as big as possible, and it's totally free. You can have as much virtual popcorn as you like, and we're going to just embiggen it to make sure that you can get your complete fill.
Yes.
Hey, Dr. Rob's in the house. Who cut my hair? Yeah, I know. I know, brother. I'm just as disappointed as you are, but it's summer and it's hot, so it was time, I guess. Shocker Man,
Yeah.
hello. Pretty
I just want
jeans.
you guys to
He's from
know that
Texas.
I
Oh,
have been, people have been telling me that I should cut his hair while he's sleeping. But just so you know, it was not me who cut his hair.
Yeah, so Michael told me that he didn't tell you he was getting a cut.
No.
So
he
what
did
was the reaction when you saw it?
not. He came in, I was working at my desk and he came in behind me, and when I turned around I was just like, oh my gosh, what did you do?
What'd you do?
What did you do? It was a shock. It was a true shock because we have talked about it and he just says, I'm letting it grow. This is what I want to do. And I'm like, all right, let's see how this turns out. And so he showed up and his hair was short and I was like,
Yes.
whoa. Well,
dime bags in the house.
yeah,
Yeah, so what basically happened was I went out for a drive in the Beamer, which is actually running and on the road. If you want to see the full story about the BMW, you should watch my channel For the Love of Cars. We're going to start
Oh, yeah.
releasing videos on the regular. You should blame the BMW, Siberian. That might have a lot to do with it. It could.
You're so happy.
It could, on the
Got your-
offside, have something to do with it.
Yep.
You never know. But the Logician just posted a link too For the Love of Cars if you want to check it out. I thought we would have a length comparison a few weeks from now, but now
What?
I can go get a haircut myself. he was competing apparently. Oh, that's awesome. So let's go ahead and turn the form on because that would be
got it.
just absolutely epic. And we'll be able to start to take your questions so that, we can answer them all. We're going to be on here for about 2 hours, which will take us to about 9 o'clock. We will leave early if we don't get any questions. What comparison? Siberian, I think he's talking about a hair comparison. The Logician is actually coming to visit Michael Feyrer Jr. and Monica next, I guess, in July to say hi and have some dinner, and I'm looking forward to it. So he was talking about maybe having a hair comparison, but I mean, is there really any comparison to this? I don't know. It was so funny. The person cutting my hair was like, "Is this right?" Yeah, that's what I want. Are you sure? Yeah.
Yep.
All
They
right.
always
She's
have
like,
to-
man,
They
I
have
didn't
to
know that was
double-check
even
because
under
they
there.
can't put it back.
Yeah. No, you can't put it back.
Can't put it back.
Oh, yours is past your shoulders now. Yours was definitely longer then.
Yes.
Either I have a long neck or I have shoulders that droop. I don't know. One of those two. But the hair never got that far. The hair
It
never
just
got
kept
that far.
curling. It just kept curling up.
But that's all right, Dr. Rob, because we are still major Slayer fans. So, where's Shaggy? I don't know. Everyone, I like the hair too, guys. I did. Only on the back. Rocking the mullet. See? There you go. Oh, that's awesome. So there you go. Dr. Rob just put the form link in there. The mullet is the coolest thing ever, Mr. Foxclaw Onion. It is awesome. Slayer, you know it. In fact, hey Google, play Rain and Blood by Slayer. Hey Alexa, play Rain and Blood by Slayer. There we go. Now everybody gets to enjoy some Slayer on me. Love you guys. So do we have any questions, Pumpkin?
We do. We have a few questions coming in.
Nice.
Are you ready to get started?
South Africa's in the house, so I think we're ready. Mr.
Ready.
Wild Viking Gaming is from South Africa.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Mr. John Barrendale almost missed this. How could you do that, John? Unbelievable.
I know it. I know it.
Unbelievable. Well, if you guys really want to know whose fault it is that my hair is short, I'm going to let you know right now.
Oh, here we go.
Because we're gonna find out whose fault it is. Uh-huh. Yep,
Yeah.
there we go. Uh-huh. I think that sums it up right there. It is really tough to lay underneath that car and drip your hair and all the dust and everything in my garage. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Now you know whose fault it is.
Now you know.
All right. Kind of slanted wheel, yeah. But it is legal now, so I've been driving it around a little bit too much. And it's getting in the way of the videos. Right, honey?
Yes, it seems like you've been spending more time with your car than upstairs making your videos.
I know. We're getting back into the groove though. It's gonna be fun.
I know.
That is kind of rigged. Xander, you are right. That was pretty rigged. All right, babe. What's the first question?
All right. First question comes from Talk Mew.
Hello,
Wanting,
Talk Mew.
is there a time limit on SnapCam?
All right, let's go back to our main scene here. There is no time limit on Snap Camera. You can use it indefinitely for as long as you want with any faces that you want. You know, I can even get less hair. I know you guys didn't think it was possible, but I can get less hair just with Snap Camera. There is no time limit. It's totally free. 100%. And I have a video coming out soon to show you how you can share all of the lenses that you love with your friends. So if I use a lens that you like and you don't know how to get it, well, I will be able to share it with you right on the Discord. It's going to be awesome. And I should definitely take a moment and say hello to all of the amazing members. We've got our super supporters like, you know, John and all those guys, and then we have our streamer squad members, the Logician, and Jelly Duck is in the house, and I know Siberian Foxclaw and John is in the house, and we have all kinds of members in the house, and I really do appreciate it. Tech Examine, of course. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for helping to support the channel. There's no possible way I could do this without you. It really does mean a lot. So let's get another question. Blue Eyed Skadi, another streamer squad member in the house. Hello, Blue Eyed. How are you? I hope you're doing fantastic. As you can see, I'm lighter today. I'm the best. Thank you, Jelly. I appreciate that. You guys are just pumping me up so that when I blow up, you know, my head will just go.
Yep.
All right, babe. I like how you're situated tonight. You fill up more of the frame.
Okay.
It seems like your head is right at the top of the frame tonight, or
Yep.
closer.
We adjusted the positioning of the computer, so
Looks good.
good. Okay. Okay, second question comes from Pretty Genius. I like that name.
Well, hello, Pretty Genius.
How do I live stream my Android phone screen to YouTube?
You don't.
Well, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. I've done 2 videos on the process at the moment. The first video that I did offers you a way to do it, but from what I understand, there was a little bit of lag, so I did another video with another piece of software that allows you to do it, but you can plug in your phone so you don't get the same kind of lag. If the Logician or Tech Examine can post those 2 videos in there to give this individual some options, that would be fantastic. Hello, JM Blade. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. Let's get that up there, because I don't remember seeing JM Blade actually chat before, and he's got a fantastic little icon there. I like that. I like that. He's all masked up like he's ready to do some burglary, which is, you know, that's, you know, burglary is fun, or it can be. Some people like burglary. Seems to happen a lot in California. So, there you go. Awesome to see you, JM Blade. Let's get another question. For those of you who are wondering why I'm in such a cheerful mood, my daughter is home from New York City, where she lives on a full-time basis. The Hamburglar, you know it, baby. That guy could
That's a
burgle
blast.
like a bandit. Yeah. He didn't even need to wear a mask because, you know, his face was like blobular, you know. But my daughter is home from New York City, so we took her out to dinner before this, and I had 2 beers. So what that generally means at any time in my life cycle is that once 2 beers are had, work is done. So we're pushing through. We're doing this, but we could be a little goofy tonight. I'm just letting you know. It's possible.
Perhaps.
All right, babe. What's the next question? Perhaps. Perhaps it could be a little goofy. You
Mega
never know.
Squad Trevor has the next question.
All right. Mega Squad Trevor. Hello and good evening.
he says, I just want to say that Chat Ninja is amazing when I use it.
Yes.
And what are you guys doing for the 4th of July?
Oh man, that's such an awesome question. Honey, what are we doing for the 4th of July?
Nothing. We don't have plans right now because
Yeah.
there's all kinds of things going on. My work for one thing, my mom who's not doing well health-wise for another. So we sort of don't make big plans because we never know what's going to come up. But I'll be
Maybe
off.
we'll go down and
I'll be
party with
back.
Tech Examined and he can do a big giant fireworks display in his backyard. It will be
Ooh,
awesome.
there you go.
Or we can
I
go
like
find a
it.
place that has fireworks.
That works too. That
Or
works
we can
too.
just drink and watch fireworks.
I like it. I like it.
Let's
I don't
do it.
know. We don't have
Figure
any
it out.
plans at the moment. But yeah. I guess we're
Anything
pretty
can
lame, huh?
Well, the thing is we can find fireworks at the drop of a hat because everybody, wherever you're at, will have a fireworks display somewhere in their neighborhood. So I'm sure we could find something if we need to.
2 gallons of beer. Purse Express, Netherland. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. 2 gallons of beer. I'll be seeing fireworks. As my head
He'll
just
be
bounced off the
sleeping.
floor.
He would, yeah, he'd be taking a nice little siesta.
Yes, fireworks every weekend over at the harbor. We live, I don't know, maybe 5 miles as the crow flies from a minor league stadium, and they have fires a lot. Fireworks, not fires.
Not fires.
So they have fireworks pretty much every weekend. We get to enjoy them from the comfort of our back porch. So, but there's nothing like a good 4th of July celebration. You got to cook out. You got to have your burgers and your dogs. You know, it's just tradition. Sometimes you see UFOs in the sky too on the 4th of July. How many years ago has that been?
5.
Every
5 or
year.
6. Now we saw what I would consider to be a absolutely massive UFO in the sky, somewhere around the 5-year ago mark. It was kind of cloudy, so you could barely see it through the clouds, but it was pretty creepy. It freaked me out for a while, and now it's to the point where it's been so many years, and you're kind of thinking, did I really see that? You know what I mean? Did it really happen? Was it just a bunch of flickering, like those oriental candle thingies in the sky? I don't know. It's pretty structured, but yeah,
How many?
it was
how many
a thing
beers
that
did you
actually
have?
happened. How many? No, I don't even think we had any beers that day, which is a shame for the 4th of July, but it is what it is. All right, babe. Should we do another question?
We should probably do another question. Yes.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. The next question is from Xander.
Well, hello, Xander.
I just did a live stream, but I don't feel any of it is good to make into a short video, and will probably don't have time to film again before my deadline. Should I skip this week then, or should I dig to find a less good video to make?
All right. So here is one of the major formulas for success on YouTube is a consistent release schedule. So if your audience expects you to put out a video Monday and Friday, you should put out a video on Monday and Friday. They're not all going to be, Independence Day. Some of them are just going to be videos, But you do the best you can to make them entertaining and interesting. Then you release them and you move on. So my suggestion would be to you that keeping, thank you, Santos, I appreciate it. My suggestion to you would be to keep a regular schedule so that your audience knows what they can expect. Even if it's not as exciting or interesting as you would like it to be, that just means that you have to do better planning for next week's round. But definitely, I would just use it as a practice to make to make lemonade out of lemons, and then move on to the next week, because consistency is almost just as important as what you put out. So I don't know. Let's ask Michael. What do you think? Are you of basically the same opinion? Okay, I thought so. But I just want to verify.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if you don't have the best, you definitely got to keep going and let people know that you're there because you don't want them to forget about you and you don't want the algorithm to forget about you. So yeah, just keep going, push forward, do the best that you can, but
Yep.
put something out there and try to do the algorithm good. That's all.
There you go, baby. All right, what you got, Pumpkin?
Okay. I have a question from Wild Viking Gaming.
Well, hello, Wild Viking Gaming.
I have countless problems getting my games to game capture on Streamlabs. I've tried all methods on YouTube. Can you help me?
Well, you should use OBS. That will fix a lot of those problems. Because I don't use Streamlabs very often, but I can show you right now. Let's go over to my tutorial screen and we'll see if this works. Why not? And we right down here we have Streamlabs. It's probably a pretty old... Oh, nope, that's not Streamlabs. I don't actually have it installed on this system anymore. Well, there you go. Let's go get it. It's going to be fun, right? How many questions do we have, Pumpkin? 10 questions. All right, so we can't take too long on this one. But we're going to... No, it's just... All right, so we're going to download Streamlabs and we're going to see if we can easily add a game to it. While we are... No, we'll wait. We'll wait. It's going to be okay. Don't want to get ahead of myself. So now we just kick that off and there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, we can do this. I agree. Let's do... Oh no, we want to... Let's put this on E. E colon. Not E. coli, E colon. We're going to put it right there. Oh, it's alright, Wild Viking Gaming. This is why we do this. We're going to have some fun. Okay. It's installing Microsoft Visual C redistributable. Hopefully this is not something that my OBS is using, because that'll make life lots of fun. Yeah, we do need to have an explosion sound effect, Michael. Alright, we're going to run Streamlabs desktop. They don't call it OBS anymore. You notice that? After that whole last thing. And then we're going to do live streaming. We're going to do YouTube. Now it's going to ask me for my platform. Blah, blah. We're going to start fresh. Let's start fresh. We'll use our snap camera. We want to leave that the same. Our microphone. We're going to use our cam link. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want your stupid themes. No. Okay, there we go. So now we have Streamlabs installed. As far as I know, we are actually still broadcasting. So that's good. Alright. And actually, this has my old setup in here, which is nice. I always liked that transition. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. Face cam. Let's go to our camera here and figure out why that's not working. Snap camera. Come on, there we go. There we go. So now we are functional, and we got our video and our transition and our tutorial and our intermission. So what we're going to do is in our tutorial, instead of this NS video, which is really fun, but we're going to just remove that and we're going to add a game. So let me kick something off here because it's probably going to take like a half an hour to load. You never know. We'll see. We'll see. Everyone's question is important and we're going to spend as much time as it takes. So we're going to go over here. Alright, where is it? Here it is. Here it is. We're going to play some Lost Ark. Or we're at least going to put it in there that we're going to play some Lost Ark. And this takes a couple of seconds to load up, just so you're aware. But it's going to be alright. We're going to be okay. Alright. Onion is in the house. Onion was he was on Twitch with us playing some Lost Ark. It was a lot of fun. I like the game. I think it's cool. Are you using Windows 10 or Windows 11? I am using Windows 10. I think I'm a Windows 11 denier at this point. That's what that makes me. Because well, I have them both opened. If you look here, hold on. Hold on. I have both OBSs open at the same time. In fact, now in a moment I'm gonna have two versions of OBS open at the. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So now I have OBS open twice. There we go. Oh, look, Lost Ark is coming out. I knew it could happen. Whose fault was it? Alright, so here we are, and we're going to go and we're going to click the plus, and we're going to add a game capture. So let's see, video capture, device screen capture, essential sources, image, Windows capture, game capture. There we go. Add source. We'll call this one what it is. This is going to be Lost Ark. And we're going to add that. And then you can, there we go. So you want to have anti-cheat and cursor compatibility on there. And allow. And mode is auto, but you could put capture any full screen application if you'd like. But either way, it already captured it, as you can see. So if you're having a problem, it's probably something on your thing. Now I don't know what just happened to my face cam, because you know this is obviously it's Streamlabs, so you gotta expect it not to work properly. But why are we not getting my face cam? We'll put it back under Lost Ark and we'll put it back over. There we go. Look at that. So I don't know what sort of problems you're having, but that is the process that I would use to add Lost Ark to my live stream. And we're gonna go ahead and quit it. I just can't quit you, Lost Ark, but we are. And there we go. And we're gonna quit Streamlabs. And there we go. And we're gonna put this in the proper thing so that it is properly set up. I didn't actually. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't actually spend the time to set this up tonight. That's my fault. I apologize. Being slightly unprepared. No. Yes, you should. You should. You're just going to get better results with OBS. And by the way, Wild Viking, Monica just told me that you said you were going to go to OBS. And I really do think it's a better choice. It uses up a whole heck of a lot less CPU and clock cycles, and you don't get weird things. I know that Streamlabs pretended that it was OBS for a very long time. Really what they did is they took the core of OBS, which is totally free, and they're totally allowed to use it, and they put a pretty wrapper on it and integrated it with their own paid systems. And that makes it really difficult for, it makes it really more CPU intensive and more difficult for your computer to run. So while it's easier for you to use, it is more difficult for your computer to run. So if you use OBS, you're kind of eliminating all of that overhead of the pretty overlays and stuff and just getting to the bare bones of what actually runs. So it's a better choice. And you could still do everything that you can do in both systems. All right, babe, what do you got?
Okay. Let's see.
Does OBS utilize the video card heavily? This old Talos asks. And my answer to that would be it depends on what you're trying to do. But mostly, if you're not running games, OBS only uses your video card for encoding. So, there you go. Sorry, go ahead, honey.
There you go. Okay. Next question comes from Pretty Genius.
Well, hello, Pretty Genius.
Is Stream Elements better than StreamYard?
Well, Stream Elements, let's go over. I'm not sure because Stream Elements offers a couple of different products. So for me, when you say Stream Elements, you're referring to, let me go over here. That's not what I'm looking for. For me, when you say Stream Elements, you're referring to this right here, which is the streaming tools with the overlays, where you can add your alerts and stuff like that. When you say StreamYard, you're referring to the application that actually streams. Now, if you're talking about two streaming utilities, then Stream Elements does have something that they call OBS. And I don't know anything about it because it's not really OBS. So when you're comparing, if you want to compare apples to apples, StreamYard is a browser-based online application that you can stream from. Stream Elements OBS is basically stolen, dumbed down OBS functionality in a product. And if you're going to do that, then just use OBS. That's what you should do. Either way, you're going to get a lot more functionality out of OBS than you will from StreamYard. But that doesn't really matter if StreamYard has everything that you want. If StreamYard does everything that you want or you need, and it's easy for you to stream, to put together the kind of stream you want, then it's great. But it's very limited in you can't change scenes, you can't add scene transitions, you can't do things like that. Now, it does make it really easy to add guests and that sort of stuff to your live streams, but other than that, the advantage is once you get past the ability to add guests on StreamYard, the advantages start to wane as compared to Streamlabs. Now, Stream Elements OBS is not the same as OBS. And I'm not really sure about the functionality of Stream Elements OBS, but I would avoid using it just the same as I would avoid using Streamlabs OBS, because it's not the real OBS. It's just usually the stolen package, or not stolen, but they use the initial OBS package and they put a pretty wrapper on it and make it compatible with their paid systems. So usually those things add a lot of overhead that you don't need and you don't have if you just use OBS. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's get another one. All right, babe, what you got?
This question comes from, and I am probably going to get this wrong, it might be Ocean or Gatsby.
All right.
I will ask. If you were to do it all over again, would you choose Polypop or OBS based on difficulty and learning curve?
Well, this is a tough one considering that I make my living doing videos on OBS and OBS plugins. I really like Polypop. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's easy to use. I would say it has a similar learning curve to OBS and it's just different. I've used Blender a lot and a lot of other 3D applications, so the stuff in Polypop comes really easy to me. With that being said, if I was going to choose today, I would still choose OBS, and the reason why is because OBS is a much more fleshed out product. It always works. Polypop is still working through adding a lot of the features that you just get standard in OBS, especially as it pertains to video assets and audio assets. And you can use Polypop to add 3D elements to your OBS live streams anyways, which means you don't have to give up the features of Polypop to use OBS. Eventually, I'm really hopeful that you can give up OBS altogether, because all of those features are totally fleshed out and they're amazing. But at the moment, things like not being able to pause video or select separate video sources and stuff like that is a little bit of a problem for me in Polypop. That you have all the ability to do all of that sort of stuff in OBS. Now every month Polypop releases new versions and they get better and better. So I don't think it's going to be long, but for now, it's a little bit of a, there's still a little bit of a curve to get Polypop up to where it should be, or they want it to be. And they're working really hard, and the guy is absolutely awesome. So if you haven't tried out Polypop, I highly recommend that you do. Even if you're just going to use it in conjunction with some of the features in OBS, it is absolutely awesome. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you've never seen Polypop, the Logician can drop a link to the video that I did on Polypop in the chat, so that or Tech Examined, one of my mods can drop a link in there, so that you can check it out for yourself. It's really, really cool. Let's get another question. Hey, babe.
Okay, hey. SS4 Xanatos has a question.
Awesome. Hello, SS4 Xanatos.
Does Windows 11 support OBS and its plugins?
Everything that I understand is that Windows 11 supports OBS and all of its plugins. I'm currently using Windows 10. It's mostly my problem, not yours. But from everything that I've heard and understand, Windows 11 supports, or OBS is supported in Windows 11, and it's definitely, bless you, honey. You guys didn't hear that, sorry. But it's definitely being developed for Windows 11. So you won't have any problems with the plugins or the software in Windows 11. I did go to Windows 11 for a little while, and I just wasn't a fan, which is why I'm still running Windows 10. But it's probably time, especially since you guys expect me to have tested all of these things on the newest OS. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and go to Windows 11 as well. So what's up next, babe?
Next is question from DS.
Hello, DS.
First, love your channel. It's changing my streaming life.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Second,
We've got 54 viewers and only 44 likes. That's a lot of people that have broken thumbs. That's really disappointing. But I know you guys will hook it up because you're the best.
hook
What
it
you
up.
got? What's DS's question?
Monica, there's lions behind you.
There's lions behind me. Oh
Be
no.
careful.
Okay, I'll try to keep it down.
Keep it on the DL, baby.
I know, I think so. Second, what is the best media player to stream from other than VLC? I ask because I use the VLC plugin in OBS to stream to my channels, but also screencast from VLC to my live stream. It works, but I'm looking for something that would let me schedule the time when certain files play. Any thoughts? Thanks in advance.
Well, all right. Let's go over to our main screen here for a second. So if I was going to do something like this, I would probably actually, let's go over to the tutorial screen, and I'll show you how I would probably do it. I would probably avoid using any third-party plugins like VLC or something like that, and instead what I would do is I would add multiple scenes with the different assets. Hey, look at that. I would add multiple scenes with the different assets that I want to have in each scene. And then what I would do is I would go into my tools, and this is actually a plugin, but I would use the automatic scene switcher. And I would set this up so that the next scene starts when the other clip ends, so it could just play clip after clip after clip. And I believe you can even rotate it, and that's probably how I would do it. It completely eliminates VLC, so you don't have to worry about encoding issues or anything like that. It just plays it natively in OBS as if you went into your scene and added a media source, which is what you would normally do. I already have a media source in here, so boom. It would just add the media source, and you go into all your different scenes and you add the media source that you want to play. Then you use the automatic scene switcher to just switch scenes at the end of each source. You can make it rotate around and do whatever you want. And then you don't have to worry about VLC or anything like that. It just works really, really simply and easy. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's how I would probably do it. Let's get another question. Hopefully that helped you out. All right.
Okay.
Oh, Purse Express in the Netherlands forgot his thumbs up, but luckily he found it and brought it to the table, which is
Nice.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
babe.
Anybody else missing thumbs? Throw them in there now.
Yes, get your thumbs tossed in there.
Thumbs in there now.
We do.
Yes.
We only have 48 concurrent viewers right now, but we do have 58 likes, so we have surpassed.
Wow. Okay. Surpassed.
That's very
the
fantastic. But
That
if
is
you
very
are in the audience sitting there thinking, huh, I didn't actually leave that thumbs up. Well, think about it. Just consider it.
There's
Just
some
consider
rolling in.
Nice.
I love you guys.
Whoops.
You're the
Thanks,
best.
guys.
Oh,
All
you know
right.
what? We're just clowning around. It's all good.
Yeah.
What's the next question, beautiful?
Millennial Ron has a question.
Well, hello, Millennial Ron. We won't hold it against you, brother. We're
How
all
do I
millennials
raise
here.
the volume of my media sources while recording on OBS on a MacBook Pro? I
Okay.
noticed that after I'm done recording the media source, the volume is too low to the point that you can barely hear it.
Well, that's really interesting. Okay, so let's go over into our tutorial screen and we will bring up OBS and I'll show you how to control the volume on your media sources. So let's load in a media source here. And we already have one loaded in the background. We'll bring it up. So all of your volume is controlled through here. You can see my media source is obviously louder than my voice. So I can turn it down or I can turn it up. But this volume level that you hear right here is the volume level that's going to be recorded. So the best thing that I can recommend to you, and I still got my clowny face on. The best thing that I can recommend to you is to go ahead and put your headphones on and listen to the volumes. And if you're not exactly sure how you can turn your monitors on so you can listen to the volumes, all you have to do is click this little gear button, go to Advanced Audio Properties, and then you go in here, and this is for your audio monitoring. So you just turn on your monitor and output so that you can hear it in your headset. And then the output means it's going to go out to the recording or out to the stream. If you just wanted to monitor it and you didn't want it to go out, you would do that. Or you can just turn your monitor off. But that's how you're going to set it up so that your volume is higher. You can also do it in the advanced audio properties. You can see that the decibels are either up or down right here. So if it's too low, you could turn it up. But right here in the audio mixer is the location where you're going to adjust the volumes on your recordings or your streams. And if you're having problems, you want to make sure that you check and maybe even put it in your headphones so you can hear it, to make sure that you know what your volume is going to be on the other side. Hopefully that helps you out. And let's go and get another question. All right. What you got, babe?
Indy has a question.
Indy?
Yes.
He's afraid of snakes, I hear.
Yes, I heard that too. I want to know what I can use to let my viewer press an emoji, or when I ask them to type a hashtag word as we are live, it fills the whole screen as an effect.
Okay, well, you could do something like this in Polypop. I did a video on how to do this not super long ago. Let me see here. Let's go over to our tutorial screen, and what I'm going to do is, did you see what YouTube's trying to make me do right here? Look at this. YouTube just wants me to give you another ad. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, you can make an extra 30 cents on this if you just put another ad in there. Huh? I'm not doing that to you guys because I love you. So just make sure that the thumbs up are working, okay? Because that does help me. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna just bring this up here. And so, if we wanted to add some stuff in here that would go with the chat. So what we want to do: countdown alerts, file change alert, repeating alert, stopwatch alert. Can we do this in Twitch, YouTube? Here it is, YouTube alerts and chat alerts. So we can click this and we can add our chat keyword, whatever it is. So it could be, I don't know. Let's, you know what? It's just not typing right for me. Alright, so maybe our chat keyword is... Oh, my goodness, the Logician is hooking us up tonight. Thank you so much, the Logician. Look at how cleanly shaved I just became. It's amazing. I want to see what my friend the Logician put in our thing here. Did he leave a message for us? He said, trying to keep the live stream ad-free. Well, thank you, the Logician. You see what they're trying to do, right? They just want me to push that. Hey, let's have some more ads. You know who else I see is in the house? Gemma is in the house. What's up, Gemma? Oh, thank you so much, Logician. I do appreciate it. And it's not just Logician. He's the Logician. I just want you guys to all know that. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Let's go over here. All right, so we're in Polypop. We've added our alert where if you type sweet in there, and it would be exclamation point, sweet, exclamation point. Right, yeah, pump it up. I did that. People will, and then so anyone can use this, and we can test it, but there's nothing to test because I didn't put anything in there. So what we need to do is we need to add an alert. So let's go over here, and we're going to add a 3D object. Let's add a 3D object, and since we called it sweet, let's see if there's some. Oh yes, and we're going to add this as a 3D object emitter. All right, so now we have a 3D object emitter, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a mod to our 3D object emitter that is going to give us a random movement. There we go. So now our object is randomly moving, and then all we need to do is we need to go into our alert that we just created, if I can find it, because I know we created it. YouTube alerts. There we go. We got our on chat message, which is our chat alert right here. Here it is on command. So when somebody types exclamation point sweet, it's gonna emit a burst. So there we go. And let's see if anybody types that in the chat, because if they do, oh, it's going to be awesome. No? Nobody's going to do that? No, that's not right, Tech Examine. Come on, man. Don't you know how to use chat stuff? There you go. Duck Quack Gaming did it. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to work because I'm not actually connected with Polypop to my live stream. So, let me show you what it would look like. I know. Well, that's okay. We like extra chat. There we go. That's what it's going to look like if it actually, if I was using Polypop on my live stream for the YouTube alerts, which I don't have it hooked up there right now. So that's why it's not working. I'm just letting you know. That's why it's not working, because I don't have it hooked up. But if someone typed sweet in there, that's what it would do. It gives us the sweets. So yes, you can absolutely do that using Polypop. And it will randomly emit whatever it is that you want it to randomly emit. It's pretty cool. So hopefully that answers your question. You can probably also do something very similar using some other tools, but a lot of those tools don't work with YouTube. A lot of those tools only work with Twitch. Hey, Gemma. Thank you so much. Gemma says, love you and Monica, the best hour crew. Well, thank you, Gemma. A lot of the folks in here now probably have no freaking idea what the best hour is. But for about 2 years, I did a show called The Best Hour of My Day. It was at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone, every single day for 1 hour. And I would go live literally from anywhere. So sometimes I was hiking and at, waterfalls or some sort of park or whatever. I think I did a broadcast where half of it was in Pennsylvania and half of it was in New Jersey, and we walked across the bridge. So we've done all kinds of fun best hour shows, and that was a very long time ago. So Gemma has been with us for a very long time, and she doesn't even hate me yet. So there you go. It can happen that you can have friends in the YouTube business for a very long time. Not everybody gets jaded, cold, and angry. Thank you, Gemma. I appreciate it. You are the best. All right. So hopefully I answered that question proficiently. And let's get another question. All these folks trying to make sure that we don't have to have any extra ads on the stream to make all that extra money,
That's right. Gemma's just saying hello, and just to make sure, Gemma, that I will always pronounce your name correctly. He will not.
I already pronounce it correctly. It's Gemma.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
this.
Yes, I do know this, and so does Gemma. And that's why she keeps coming back. It's good to see you, Gemma.
Donuts.
Donuts is right, baby.
Yeah, donuts.
Sweet. Everybody tried that. Now they're probably all angry because it didn't actually work. But I didn't have Polypop connected to the stream, so it is what it is.
Well, that's what I said.
Siberian Foxclaw feels Gemma's pain. Yep. Well, that's because he's always going to be onion to us.
Always. Always.
Oh. Let's get another question, beautiful lady.
Okay. We have another question from SS4 Xanatos.
Hello, SS4 Xanatos.
Snapcam seems to have removed most of the filters it used to have. For example, the cartoon filter and the anime filter are both gone. Which ones, with that being said, would you recommend?
Well,
How convenient.
Yes. This is a very convenient question. I know how to share those filters. Now, SS4 Xanatos is not actually a member of the Discord group, so I don't have any way to share them with you at the moment. But I have a video that I'm going to be releasing probably, maybe Friday, possibly Monday, that's going to show you how to share all of those filters that you can't seem to find anymore, because there are a lot. And let me show you some examples of filters that are no longer available anymore. So basically, this one here, nope, you can't get it. This one here, nope, you can't get it. You can't get this one anymore. The actual real snap camera Viking one, you can't get. You can't get this one anymore. I don't know why. Why wouldn't this be available? Look at how fantastic I look. Everyone does. Who wouldn't want to know what I look like with pink hair and a beard? Come on. But the Snapcam for Viking one, not available anymore. This one here, which comes with a great voice that I don't have turned on right now, but that one's awesome. This one here, not available. But guess what? I'm going to show you how to add all of those awesome filters to your snap camera. So just make sure, if you're not subscribed, that you subscribe, and you will find out how to add those to your snap cam, even though they are unavailable. As far as stuff that is available currently, I mean, the Big Cheeks one, that's fine. It's alright. Generally speaking, the snap camera ones are pretty good. But other than that, a lot of them are so hit and miss. And there's just so little available at any one period of time that, it is what it is. Now, what I did notice is that if I type in cartoon style, some people are starting to take these and you know, basically copy them. As you can see, some of them work better than others. But that's, you know, that's all right. That's a reasonable facsimile of it. And some of them don't work at all. So you can at least start to get, yeah, wow. You can at least start to get some that are a little closer to, wow. Yeah, there's some creepy ones. But you can start to get some that are a little closer to the snap camera ones now. But that doesn't matter. You're not going to have to live with that, because I'm going to show you how to fix that problem. So stay tuned, and we will have a link to drop in the description next week or the week after, where you can do everything that you want. You can get all of the filters that your heart desires. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's go back and get another question. Hey, babe.
Okay. Hey.
All right, I got him, Monica. Oh, hold on, they're not moving. Hold on, I'm reloading.
What's happening?
He just keeps reappearing.
Wait, they're not going down. What's going on? What's going on?
the poacher police are coming now. I gotta run.
Set an explosion off. They're not dying.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Oh.
Like they don't
Yeah.
care. Sorry.
We'll put you in the big vagina.
Oh no.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Donuts.
donuts.
All right, babe, what you got?
All right, I have another question from Mega Squad Trevor. He says,
All right, hello, Mega Squad Trevor, again.
Michael, I'm having a little trouble with Own 3D. I tried installing it, and I uninstalled it and reinstalled it, and it's not showing up on OBS. What should I do?
Interesting. Well, let's go. Let me show you how it works. Yeah.
Is he doing the
see if
free
I can show you
version?
how it
Or
works.
the...
Well, even if you have the free version, you can still do it. Yeah. So if I go tools, and then I go to my own 3D, let's see here. So what happens when you go in here, because I don't think I have mine hooked up currently, but I can take any of these and I can install them. So this one's called Chroma, and probably one of the reasons why you're having difficulty is because it switches to a completely different scene. You see what I'm saying? So you have to go into your scene collection to get to the scene that it installed. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So now I can take all of these assets from here and I can move them into completely separate scenes and build out whatever I want as my live stream. And they have some really cool transitions too, which I like. That is really pretty cool. I like that. If I go in here and I can add my camera, video capture device, and you can see how ridiculously easy it is to add this stuff from Owned. And by the way, this particular scene that I added right now, I just added it a second ago, it's totally free. It's totally free. You can just download Own Pro and add it in there. And there you go. I think it needs to go down. There we go. Go down a little farther. So, you know, and then I can go and I can change all these names if I want to and put them wherever I want. On this live scene, this is just an example of different camera boxes and stuff that you can use. So you can go and put these in any scene. So if I create a new scene, I can go in here and I can use my labels or sources or alerts or anything like that. I can add boxes that are already in here. So I can go to media sources, and you can see that there's already a whole bunch of boxes in here. So let's see. Let's go with the chroma overlays maybe. Let's try that and see what that is. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. But anyway, you get the point. If you're not getting the same thing where it shows up in your scene collection, then there's something wrong. It's not installed properly, or it's not directly associated with the correct OBS. So in other words, if you have multiple versions of OBS installed, maybe you are pointing the install to the wrong version of OBS, and that could be the other issue that you're running into. So see if that fixes it for you. All right. What was that, honey?
He left a comment there for you. He said he'll
All
try
right. Cool.
it. Okay.
Cool. Let's do another one. This is
All
fun.
right. Next question is from Thal4. Says-
Dalfor, hello.
Thal4, yes. I used your advice and separated my audio tracks, and it was working with perfection. However, my OBS simply stopped giving me sound back and still have the monitor and output. Also checked my outputs, and it is normal. So one day it just stopped working.
So he just stopped getting sound one day.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's kind of go over here. Let's go to our tutorial. See if we can figure this out. So we're going to go into our settings, and we're going to go to audio. And I have all this stuff disabled specifically, and then my general is very generic. And then my monitoring device is obviously how I'm listening to my stream. So I have it set up to headphones. But anything that you have loaded in here as a video capture device should be being output to the stream. And if it's not, then you want to go in here into advanced audio properties and check and see what your monitoring situation is. Because maybe you have it to monitor only and mute output. That's the only thing that would cause what you're describing. If you can't figure out what's going on, what I would do is I'd go up and I would export my profile and I would export my scene collection that I'm using, and then I would completely remove OBS from my system and reinstall it and see if that fixes your problem. Because that's about all I could think of. Something is definitely not working right if you have it set to output and it's not. Because it's not, the audio piece isn't that complicated. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's get another question, beautiful.
Okay. Question from Duck on Quack.
Well, hello, Duck on Quack. Good to see you back.
Quack, quack, quack.
I've been dropping a lot of frames recently. What things could I do to help fix this issue? What do you recommend?
Wait, repeat that. My
I've been
brain
dropping a
checked
lot
out.
of frames recently. What things
Okay.
could I do to help fix this? Ooh.
Okay. So let's go and alright, so generally speaking, if you start to drop a lot of frames, thank you, Wage Guns. I appreciate that. If you're dropping a lot of frames, you want to go into your view and bring up your stats window while you're live streaming. Do this while you're live streaming so you can see what's going on. Now this isn't actually my live streaming one. This is for my demo one right here. So let me go and close that, and we'll bring up the one for my live stream. But I just wanted you to know how to get to it. It's view and then stats, and then this is the one you can see. I'm live. I have dropped 0 frames on my network. So if you're dropping frames here, right here on the bottom part where it says output, this usually means that you are streaming at a bit rate that is too high for your internet connection. So you can see I'm streaming at 6,000 kilobits per second. That extra 178 or whatever the bottom number is past the 6,000 is your audio. So you always have to remember that if you're streaming in, your whatever your audio bit rate is, it gets added to the regular bit rate. But I've dropped 0 frames, so obviously my network connection is fine. So then you go up here and you look at your frames per second. This is your CPU usage and your frames per second, and your average time to render a frame. In my case, it's 1.5 seconds or so, 1.5 milliseconds. We've dropped 28 frames due to render lag and 1 frame due to encoding lag. Now, if one of these is dropping a lot of frames and you're noticing it, they're probably going to be red. When you start dropping frames in this area up here, this is pieces on your computer where your stream might not be optimized in the best way possible. So maybe you're playing some video files or something like that that are not optimized for live streaming, or they're a totally different size or whatever, and they're causing all kinds of problems. So if you're getting a lot of missed or dropped frames, this is the place that you would see it in your stats window, which gives you the opportunity to figure out what it is that's causing that. So you can bring up each different scene, test them out, see what's causing that problem, and then eliminate or optimize that particular scene or that particular element or asset so that it fixes your problem. If you find that it's kind of the whole thing, then sometimes you have to go and optimize your whole stream. And if you're interested in learning how to do that, the Logician or Tech Examine will drop you a link as to how to optimize your whole stream. So there you go. Let's get another question.
Okay.
All right, babe.
Question from Echoes.
Well, hello, Echoes.
Can you describe the setup for this stream? Are you using OBS to another platform?
I can describe my setup. So, I have 3 monitors. One here, which has my screen with my guests. In this case, it's Monica and Tech Examined, who also helps produce the stream. They are being connected to my stream through Melon. On my screen over here, on this side right there, is my stream. It has OBS on it with my Chat Ninja and the downstream keyer and stuff like that. It gives me all the information that I need about my stream. And then I have a screen over here which has another instance of OBS open so that I can give tutorials and show you how to use OBS. And then behind there is the camera, obviously. I have another camera over here, just in case you wanted to see the side of me. There we go. And then I have a camera up here, as you can see, which shows off my beautiful orange hands. They're very orange on that camera, that's for sure. And everything, my camera is a Sony DSLR camera, which is running through a cam link. My microphone is on a shock mount up here. It is a shotgun microphone, which means I can have it far enough away that it doesn't have to be in the shot. And I use a stream deck right here, and I also use a loop deck right here to manage my live stream as well. So basically I'm using OBS and Melon for the stream, and then 3 different cameras, a microphone. Pretty simple setup with 3 different monitors. I have a light here, I have a light here, and I have a light here. So I have basically the 3-point lighting, key light, and then fill light, and then headlight, and then, you know, and the main reason for that is I don't want my little figurines in the back to throw shadows on the background. I want my background to be a little bit dark so that I pop off the screen. And you kind of just learn that through doing your own lighting and messing around with it. That took a long time to get right. But you can see that it's also camera centric. So if I switch to another camera, the lighting looks completely different. I mean, look at how ridiculously bright I look through that camera. And that's because each camera is going to have its own unique lighting setup and lighting preferences. And if you don't really set it up that way, then every single camera is going to look totally different. So my lighting is maximized for this camera right here. And it's not maximized for these little webcams that I have that kind of show other things. So always keep that in mind. Even if you have a poor camera, you can spend the time to maximize your lighting for that camera and make it look pretty epic. You just have to keep in mind that every camera is going to look different in your lighting. What is Melon? Is it like OBS? What's the difference? That's a good question. So let me just show you while we're over here. So I use Melon. Melon is like OBS in some ways. It's a simplified version, web-based broadcasting software. So let me add another scene in here, and I'll show you how I use Melon to add Monica. So in this case, in OBS, I'm just going to do a display capture, and I'm going to capture my other display. And there we go. So this is what Melon looks like. It's just in the browser. I have Monica connected in here. And let me see if I can get my mouse up there. I also have, if you could see over here, Michael is connected on there as well. And I'm on here. And so we use the Monica question cam. So basically I have her maximized. But I can add guests and do all that kind of stuff. So there we go. We just maximize her, and then I green screen the background out and all that stuff. But I could easily go live just on this with the three of us, and we could have a great live stream. I just use OBS because it gives me access to a lot more features and things like that. So if just adding guests to your live stream and doing simple streams is something that you're interested in, well, then maybe Melon is the thing for you. If you're interested in checking out Melon or other products like it, like Restream or StreamYard, there are links in the description down below so that you could check those out and learn a little bit more. And they're very, 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 very easy to use, which is another good thing about Melon, Restream, and StreamYard. And I do have links. If you check those out, it really does help me out. So if you're interested, why not check them out? Let's get another question.
Okay. Okay. It is time for Matthew Kelly's questions.
All right, Matthew Kelly's in the house asking questions.
That's right. He said, if I did register Restream, I just want to set up the Twitch side to appear in the YouTube chat and have it show up in OBS. Is there an easier way to use it without conflicting to have OBS set up to multi-streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook?
I did a video not too long ago on a plugin that you can put in OBS that will allow you to multi-stream. And let me see if I don't know if I still have it in here. Let's go with our docs and multiple output. There it is. And so you can add this plugin directly. The Logician will drop the link, or Tech Exam will drop the link in the chat if you want to check out the video. But right now I'm live streaming to YouTube, but I could add a new target, and I could add Twitch, and I could put in the server and the stream key and my username and my password, and I can just get in. I can set it up so it encodes exactly the same as my YouTube stream, or I can set up to encode specifically for Twitch or Facebook or however. Now, the only major drawback to using the multiple output is your internet connection has to be able to handle 2 streams. So if I'm streaming at 6,000 kilobits per second and I add a second connection that I'm going to be streaming to Twitch as well, well, I better be able to stream at 12,000 kilobits per second. And then if I add Facebook, that's another 6,000 kilobits per second. They add on top. Whereas if I use Restream's restreaming tool, well, I only have to stream it once. And then they split it up and they send it out to the other locations. So that is the downside to using the plugin. But if you have the upstream in your internet connection, then you can do it all right from OBS if that's what you want to do. And the Logician dropped the link to that video in there, so you can check it out for yourself and see if it's right for you. And let's get another question.
Okay. We have our second question from Matthew Kelly.
Well, all right.
He says, what website do you show the chat from YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook and put it in OBS?
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Matthew Kelly said I did set up multi-streaming. I'm just wondering about the Restream thing. Restream is really beneficial because You stream only to restream with one connection, and it splits it to wherever you want it to go. And generally speaking, the quality tends to be pretty good. So I would definitely test it and see if you like it, because it's been around. That's originally what Restream did, and it works pretty well. So test it out, because it might be worth it to avoid the multi-streaming tool from OBS altogether, because it's just so much easier directly through Restream. So that would be my suggestion, Matthew. It's a lot easier directly through Restream, and that is what Restream was originally built to do. Anyway, sorry, honey, go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay. Because the second question then, did this answer any of that? Did any of that answer this question? What website do you show the chat from? YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and put it in OBS?
All right, so
okay.
Restream actually does have its own chat tool, but what I use is called Chat Ninja, and somebody, Siberian Foxclaw or Tech Examine or the Logician, can put a link in the chat so you can check that out. It allows me to see my chat right here. I can physically select chat, so I can do things like this. I can select chat right from my thing, and it will display. I can clear it. It is how I use this chat setup right here, because I'm just grabbing the screen, and it is also allows me to have it docked right in my OBS. So it does everything, and it will aggregate chat from 3 or 5 or 10 different applications. So if I'm streaming to Zoom and YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, it will aggregate all of those chats right in one little thing, and you'll be able to select the chat to put it on your screen. You'll be able to display it like this, and you'll be able to actually dock it in your OBS. So Chat Ninja, the Logician posted the link there. So there you go. That is the one you want to check out. Let's get another question.
Okay, this is another question, a follow-up question from DS, or D's. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced. This person had the question initially about the VLC plugins. So it says, for context about the previous question, my stream is a 24-hour playlist with multiple files. Media source only allows one file. If I were to do it the way you described, it would work, but it would be a lot of separate sources. Thank you for your knowledge. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be a lot of separate sources, but it gives you all the control that you want. So in other words, let's say that you separated out your sources into 1 hour sources. So you just create 24 hours. You create 24 scenes. You put one scene, one source in each scene, and then you have the automatic scene switcher just rotate from scene 1 to scene 2 to scene 3 to scene 4. Yeah. Okay, so it requires you to do a little bit of work to separate out each hour of programming into one video that you're going to put in a scene. And then you have scene 1 through 24, but you can rotate it or use the automatic scene switcher to rotate from hour 1 to hour 2 to hour 3. It makes it so much easier for you to keep track of what's going on, and you don't have to deal with the annoyance of having a third-party app. And you can add multiple scenes or multiple sources to any scene. You can have 100 sources in one scene if you want. So, you know, there's that too. So I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Don't want a list of sources to edit a 24-hour video. Yeah, that's the whole thing though. You don't have to edit a 24-hour video. You have to edit 24 1-hour videos. It's not that hard. You have that much more control. Or you have to edit you don't have to actually edit anything really. You can just create scenes for each source and have the scene switcher randomly switch from one scene to another. It could do it randomly or it could do it specifically. You could have 250 different scenes and they could all be 5 minutes long, and it could just go from one to the next to the next. But you're not using any third-party apps, so you don't have to worry about, whatever kind of weird problems that you get from third-party applications like the video program that you were talking about. You could do it all right in OBS. So, I don't know. Just a thought. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. I have a question from Brian.
Well, hello, Brian.
Why, when using the text source in OBS, does it make a weird icon when I use apostrophe parentheses?
Repeat that question.
Why, when using the text source in OBS, does it make a weird icon when I use an apostrophe and then parenthesis?
I don't know. Let's go
I don't know.
check it out. I
That
want to
is- I-
see it.
I want to see it too.
All right, so let's add a text source, and then we're gonna add an apostrophe and a what? Yeah. Oh, apostrophe and then a parentheses. I don't know. Is that not the right parentheses? Hold on. There we go. Apostrophe and quotations. Somehow I think we're being trolled here. Yeah, look at that. It's 3 dots. It does. I don't know. I think we're putting a lot of thought into being trolled. Let's go with apostrophe and then, oh, hold on. Apostrophe and then a space and then, look at that. I don't know. But whoever put this question in is giggling the shit out of themselves right now, because I'm pretty sure we're being trolls. Oh, so he's saying he's pulling it from a file, maybe? Alright, so let's see. Properties. So he's reading it from a file. So maybe he's not actually trolling us. It's hard to say. Either way, this is a heck of a troll. I like it. So I'm willing to keep going down the rabbit hole. Let's see. So let's go into downloads and let's make a new, and we'll make a text document. And so we need an apostrophe. Hold on. And we need, hold on. We need an apostrophe. For God's sakes. And there we go. And then let's see what happens when we read this. Yeah, we want to save our new text document. You know we do. We're going to go to downloads. Yeah. I don't know. That looks okay to me. It's loading it from the file just fine. So it could be something that's up with your machine. It could be something that's up with your machine, or could be that I don't understand the question and I'm doing it wrong. Because I definitely wanted to try to recreate that awesome thing. Because I want to know what sort of icon you get. But anyway, let's get another question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could be something like Wingdings or something like that, the logician. So in other words, a combination of characters could be using some of the special characters or something like that, and I'm just not doing it right. It wouldn't be the first time I didn't do something right, and it definitely won't be the last time. All right, babe.
Okay. All right. Okay, this one is from Ram.
Hello, Ram.
He says, my problem is I have recently started to stream on Discord using OBS. I use the virtual camera to get all my scenes to work. The issue I'm having is when I stream my screen recorder and audio output capture, my audience cannot hear my audio. They can see all the video and scenes working, but again, no audio. Please help.
He's streaming to Zoom.
Stream screen starting to stream on Discord using OBS.
And he's using the virtual camera.
Virtual camera to get all my scenes to work when I stream my screen recorder and audio.
I got you, babe. Okay. So, the virtual camera does not carry audio. So that's it. That's the end of it. You can add your virtual camera into Discord, and that's great. It's going to give you all the video, none of the audio. It doesn't carry any of the audio. So the solution that you're probably looking for is something like NDI, which will carry video and audio, and you can add it in there. So I'm interested to know exactly what you're adding as your video source or your audio source in Discord. Is it just your microphone? And it should be hearing you at least, but it's not going to get any of the audio sources from anything on your stream because it's just the video. The virtual camera only carries video sources. So in order to output that, you have to use NDI or something like that, which will output the audio channels for your live stream. So otherwise, you're just adding your microphone in there. It will hear your microphone just fine, but it's not getting any audio output from OBS at all. So if you use NDI and an NDI output, you can go in and select NDI output in Discord, and then it will take all of the OBS audio through NDI and in. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I have some videos on NDI if you're interested. Generally speaking, those are mostly to go to things like Zoom and stuff, but it will work exactly the same in Discord, and the logician or one of those guys can put a link in there to those videos to show you how to use the NDI. All right, babe, what you got?
I have a two-part question from ABC.
ABC. Easy as. All right, what you
Hold
got?
on, keep... Okay. The first question, is it possible to use a keyboard instead of Stream Deck or Stream Loop?
I have seen. Let's get. I'm sorry, I had to turn off the air conditioner. I'm getting a little nipply in here. Yeah, I have seen videos of people that will buy a second keyboard or a number keypad or something like that and add it to use it. But it's all up to you. If you add a second keyboard to your computer, there are applications out there that can register that second keyboard so that you can use all those keys completely separately. So it is possible to do. It's definitely just not the easiest way. Now, if I go, let me go over here. Somebody had asked, they wanted to see how I control my stream or what my stream deck looked like. So let me show you this right here. And there we go. This camera isn't the greatest thing ever. We can get a little bit of it, but we've got different faces and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty simple. There's about 5 or 6 pages. You can see if I click there, there's a whole page of just Monica cameras. This one is a whole page of different faces. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is another page of basically faces. Oh, it is hiding it. Look at that. Well, it doesn't matter because you can't see it. It's all blurry. But, yeah. Unfortunately, this camera sucks, and this camera sucks too. So, but I should do a video about how this works. But this right here, this is like a whole page of all the Monica cams. And let's see, this is my Halloween ones, my Halloween faces, my regular faces. So, I can put on my Joker face. You can see I have a Joker face over there, but not over here. Isn't that fun? But yeah, maybe I should do a video. Would you guys like to see a video on my stream setup with my stream deck? It's pretty simple, but there is also a little bit of complexity to it. So it might be something you're interested in. I have mute buttons and stuff set up on there. So there you go. Anyway, let's get another question.
Okay. Second question from ABC says, why do some games support only display capture instead of game capture or Windows capture?
I don't know. I'm not a super heavy gamer.
Ask the
So
gaming
I don't
companies.
Yeah, so I don't know the actual answer on this one specifically, but I would guess it has something to do with the way that it interacts with the computer. And it kind of sucks because if you have to do a display capture and you only have one display, well, that could be a problem because you can't actually monitor your stream if you only have one display while you're doing a capture. So that's a little bit difficult. If you're interested in a Stream Deck video, Purse Express Netherlands, I do have one. The Logician can drop a link in there, but I can do a video. It looks like a lot of people might be interested in how I set up my stream on there. So maybe I'll do a video on that. I've actually been looking for some video ideas. If you have any hot video ideas that you would like to see, by the way, don't hesitate to put them in the comments because I am looking for some interesting video ideas to do over the next couple of weeks. But let's get another question.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we have our third question from Matthew Kelly.
Nice.
And he says, I was thinking of a new stream setup for setting up a short video clip on OBS showing someone got banned to the chat, like grabbing a clip of Third Sister Stabs the Grand Inquisitor and put the banned user text in front on the Grand Inquisitor and streamer text in front on Riva. Would that be okay to use, or would that be a bit too extreme to show that on stream and to the banned chat users?
Well, I mean, let's go over. It depends on your audience. It really does depend on your audience, and obviously you'd have to keep the clips super short so that you're not going to get copyright stricken for using them. But if your audience is going to get the reference, if your channel is about Star Wars and that sort of stuff, and they're going to get the reference, then I don't see any problem with it. Just as long as you try to make the clips as short as you possibly can and all that kind of stuff, so you're not using any copywritten, or you're not getting copywritten stricken. You want to try to do silly things like that on your stream that your audience is going to get. So that stuff is part of your personality as well. So you always want to kind of keep that in mind. Your stream should reflect your personality, and if Star Wars is a big part of that personality, you're kind of showing that off by doing things like that. So I would say it's all a matter of what fits in with your stream and your personality and your audience. If you do it a couple of times and your audience just doesn't get it, well, you're not going to use it very long. So just keep that in mind as well. Don't use things your audience doesn't get anyways. But yeah, give it a shot if you think it's going to work for you. All right, babe, what you got?
All right. Well, I have a question from Mega Squad Trevor. And he says, I wouldn't say this would be a question, but it all depends on what you think. Do you know vidIQ or Emily D. Baker? Just wondering.
Well, vidIQ is a company, and I know what they are and what they do. Emily Baker, I do not know. So, never heard of her. But vidIQ offers some really cool tools for trying to maximize your, your YouTube progress and stuff. Personally, I use TubeBuddy. There is a link in the description if you want to check it out. But I also use Morning Fame quite a bit. It's one of my favorite tools. So there are a lot of different tools out there that can help YouTubers find their way. Oh my. It's Yo-Yo Gaming. Hello. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Yeah. Stream Tunes. If you're not aware, you can check it out. It's DMCA free music that you can download and use on your videos or in your live streams, or you can just stream it through their apps as well. And thank you so much to Yo-Yo Gaming. You're awesome. Oh, you were sending a message. Well, Yo-Yo, put that message in there, yo. Yeah, put it into chat. I will definitely speak your message. I like to speak that message, yo. Oh, here we go. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm blowing out somebody's ears. He was sending a message, but maybe we're not supposed to get the message. Is that what's going on? Oh, that's not cool. Well, you can type the message right in here. We'll put it out there for everybody. Everybody. Oh, it's 8:40 and I have 5 questions left, so we got to get to it. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Well, thank you so much, Yo-Yo Gaming. I appreciate it. Let's get to another question.
Okay. All right.
All right. We're ready.
Next question comes from Ben.
You know what? We're going to close the forum down, by the way.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody, but it is 1 character equals 50 cents. Is that how this works, Express Netherlands? Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are friggin' awesome. Unfortunately, I'm destroying John Barrendale's ears. All right, let's get another question.
Okay, this question comes from Ben.
Hello, Ben.
I'm curious, how does a stream look? What should a stream look like when starting your own stream? And what should you show to your viewers? How to make it look interesting? What should be there?
Oh, this is a really, really cool question. Now, I have a video. Let me just check and see. I don't think I released it yet. It's coming up, and it's a video that you're probably gonna really enjoy. Let me see. I did a video. Five things you should know is the name of the video. I just showed it to you the other day, Michael. But I did a video recently, and it will be coming out really soon, and nobody's going to watch it, but it's a video that you really do want to watch. And the reason why is because it talks about structuring your content for the long haul, for growth, for audience participation, for picking up and growing your audience. Because honestly, isn't that what we're all interested in? We all want to live stream, but we want to live stream to people. We want to gain an audience. We want to interact, and we want to have friends, and we want to have fun. And this video is going to talk a lot about how to take the things that you do well and your personality traits and the things that you like and maybe your hobbies and your passions, and work them into your stream so that you can turn it into its own entity and something that's interesting for your audience to watch. And so to try to answer your question just a little bit, the things that you should do to make your stream, or what should you have for your stream, is going to be different for each individual person, because you want your stream to represent you. In my background, I have Predator, and I have Alien, and I have Boba Fett. Those are all things that are important to my life, along with a mug that I got from a longtime viewer back in the day that has YouTube on it. Right here, I have a picture of my cat with a lightsaber. Those are all things in my life. This picture right here, while it's blurred out, is a picture of Monica and I out having fun. And it actually is on a frame that says "This is us," and we're just being goofy. These lights here are in a mug that Monica and I got right before we were married on the place where we were doing our pre-honeymoon. And it's one of the most memorable things that we've ever done. So everything in this little thing here was actually a piece of a giveaway for an old job that I worked that reminds me of the many, many, many years that I spent working at a job to finally get to the point where I could do this thing that I love. And that's what you want your background and your personality and your stream and your overlay to represent the things about you that people are going to find interesting. If you do that, well, you're set up for long-term success. And I have a video coming out about it very soon. Look for a 5 things video, and I think you guys are really, really going to enjoy it because it's one of those ones that I watched after I filmed it. It's totally off the cuff. It's from the heart, and it's one of my better videos that no one will ever watch. So hopefully you guys check it out. Let's get another question, and hopefully that at least helps you a little bit. All right, babe, and I got to turn that question. There we go. All right. What's the next question?
Okay. Well, the next question, Yo-Yo did post in chat. I don't know if you want to take his information from chat, because he did donate to you, and then he left something in chat.
What was his question?
The question, I'll read it here. It says, I record my video games with OBS to use on YouTube. I have 2 TVs that I'm using with a microphone. The sound from the TV is coming through the microphone instead, so it sounds bad. So when it goes to OBS, there is a terrible echo, and I cannot figure it out at all.
So how is he capturing his game? Repeat the question.
Tried using headphones. I have something set up wrong, he says. Yeah, it's just in the chat. I'm going to scroll back through the chat.
Yeah, but what's his question?
The question, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. Question. I record my video games with OBS to use on YouTube. 2 TVs I'm using with a microphone. The sound from the TV is coming through the microphone instead.
Right, okay. Well, the first thing you want to do is just mute your TVs. Now, I don't know how you're capturing your video from the TVs, whether you're using some sort of video capture device or something like that. But you want to capture your video through a cam link or, you know, the PlayStation and the Xbox both have things that could capture it. Okay, so you're using a capture card. So all you have to do, Yo-Yo Gaming, is just mute your TV. That's all you got to do. Just mute the TV so the audio doesn't come out through the TV, or just turn it all the way down. You'll still get the audio in through the capture card, and then you won't have any problems. So that's what my recommendation would be. Or, well, see, you're using... Oh, so I'm thinking what you're saying is that you're using... Oh, Cody, thank you so much. What I think you're saying is that you're using the TVs as the monitors. And that's fine. All you have to do is turn them down or mute them, and that will solve your problem. Cody says, looking to hire you to help us set up our new office streaming. Well, Cody, I appreciate that. I do not do consulting anymore, and the reason why is because I now operate 2, and I consult on at least one other channel, and it just doesn't leave me a lot of extra time to consult anymore. And unfortunately, most people, I know it's horrible, but most people set up the live stream and then it doesn't work, and then they want me to come and fix it. And usually what happens is I say, well, this isn't working because you have the wrong camera, or you have the wrong microphone, or your computer's not fast enough. And nobody wants to hear that they have to spend more money. they just want me to fix what they already have, and most times, in my experience, that's not possible. So I don't do consulting for that sort of stuff anymore, Cody. But I really do appreciate the offer. That is awesome. So headphones on the Xbox 360 or headphones connected to the PC. You want to connect your headphones to the machine that's running OBS. And then you just want to mute all of the TVs. Or you can turn off the audio from the TV or whatever and just have it running through your OBS. Thank you, Cody. Oh, wow, my face disappeared there. Look at that. Oh, you guys are the best. Oh, yeah. Let's get another question.
Okay.
All right, babe, what you got?
Oh, I guess that's me, huh? Okay. This question, it's from who's A? Who's A? I don't know.
Who's A?
Who's A? Would you recommend the NVIDIA T400 as a cheap NVENC card? Love your work. I use NDI based on your video. Thank you.
Cool. So I don't know anything about the NVIDIA. What was it? The T400? I don't. Does it have NVIC on it? It probably does. Otherwise, you wouldn't. The T400. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's T400. Let's see, just F32 performance, graphic bus, max power consumption, form factor, VR ready. I don't know that this actually has the encoder on it. So I don't know. Tech specs, compatibility. So let's see. Display connectors, max. I don't think this actually has the NVIC encoder on it. So I can't recommend it. Well, I can show it on the other screen, honey. Sorry. No, it doesn't. Let's see, compatibility. It doesn't really tell you anything. This is all we really get. Max consumption. You got your cores, your memory, but this says absolutely nothing about having an encoder on it. Accelerator. Yeah, so this is just a graphics accelerator. It doesn't look like it has the onboard encoder. I think the first card that really had the encoder was probably the 970s. So you probably have to go with something like that. But I think it has to be one of their main cards, like the GTX cards. Just because it says NVIDIA on it doesn't mean it has the encoder that you're looking for. So you want to make sure that the car. Well, I don't know that you need to spend more money than that. But you're going to need to get a card that has, because my 790 is an old card. You can probably get it used for, $150, $200 at this point. Yeah. Man. Yeah, I mean, I would go, because you need a small form factor for what you're trying to do. Man, I don't know enough about graphics cards, specific layouts, to be able to tell you, unfortunately. Yeah, search YouTube for a small form factor NVIDIA graphics card, see what they make. I'm pretty sure they make the 1600 card in the 1600 GTX in a small form factor. Yeah, the 1060 would work. That's the GTX 1060. And my 970 is even older, and I'm relatively certain you could get that in a small form factor. But you want something with a GTX on it. So some of those other cards are basically just kind of the same as the generic cards that you just get on your thing, and I don't know. I don't think they come with anything more than the bare minimum, unfortunately. So hopefully that helps you out. I wish I could do more, but
Gold
is
Town.
Twitch? Yeah, Gold Tow's in the house. What's up, Gold Tow? Is Twitch affiliate really worth it? It's hard to say because I haven't really used it.
No. Kidding.
All right, babe, what you got?
All right. We have Joseph Zuver. He asks, what is your opinion on vMix versus OBS?
What's vMix?
vMix is another application that you can use to do your. vMix is another application that you can definitely use to do your live streaming. I don't know that much about it, which means obviously that I use OBS. I had heard at one point that people were using stuff like vMix if they were using Mac because some of them had a little more luck with Mac. But in my opinion, OBS is absolutely the best software out there for live streaming because it gives you pretty much all the functionality to put together a live stream that is on par with anything that you could find on ESPN or anything else. And it's complicated only because it allows you so much freedom to do all of those sorts of things. So it's worth learning. I know that programs like vMix and stuff like that come in an easier package, possibly, but I don't think they're quite as powerful. So that's just my opinion. You know, there you go. Some people will definitely say you get what you pay for, and since you don't pay for OBS, well, there you go. You sometimes deal with some of the quirkiness of that. And exactly, vMix is a commercial product. So if you were running a commercial business where you needed it to work, I would probably lean more towards something like vMix because, hey, you want it to work and you want it when it doesn't work to be able to point the finger and ask somebody why it doesn't work and get support and, have somebody to blame, then absolutely use vMix because when you're paying for a commercial product, you should be able to expect to get support and make sure it works. So in that case, I would definitely go with a company like vMix. But if this is just for live streaming, for your own personal use and everything like that, I think you get everything you could possibly want out of OBS in a very, very reliable package. So let's get another question.
All righty. This question is from Siberian Foxclaw.
Hello, Onion.
Can you add a folder to your Stream Deck so you can expand your buttons, or do I need to buy another or bigger Stream Deck?
No, you can absolutely add a button to your Stream Deck. So let me pop over here to my other screen. And I know it's going to be impossible to see because it's just a blurry poo fest. But I have a button right here that has my Monica cams on it. If I click it, it's a whole new page with all my Monica cams, and then I can go back to the other page. I also have a faces page, so it's a whole nother page with all the different faces that I could put on, and then I can go back to the other page. So yes, you can set up a button for just specific types of icons, and you can set up a whole page for that button with a button that will bring you back to the main page. It's awesome. So literally you can probably have 3 or 4 deep of pages if you really wanted to go that. And how many pages can you have? Well, just pages on the face, you can give 16. So 16 pages. And then if you want to go too deep on those pages, well, the numbers add up really fast. So you can go pretty deep. All right, let's get another question. I like that question. I love my Stream Deck. It's fun. 99 pages. And a page ain't one.
99 pages. All right. Question from Block C.
Hello, Block C.
How can Monica be on your stream if
I was in Block B, It was not quite as tough as Block C, I think. You got down to Block C, man. There was a lot of dudes just bawling out. And on Block B, man, we were just kind of eating Fruit Loops and chilling. So I got a lot of respect for those dudes on Block C.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a tangent way over here.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we just roll with it.
Okay.
Just watch out for those dudes on Block C. You know what I'm saying?
I do now. Okay, Biloxi. How can Monica be on your stream if she's in a different room?
Wow, this is a great question. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Block C is like, what is wrong with this guy? It's all right, buddy. You just roll with it. Just roll with it. So, I'm over here in this room, and I am adding Monica to my live stream. If I click the plus, and we go to let's do a display capture. I have her on another monitor. So we're going to capture that that monitor. There she is. So she is connected remotely through Melon. And then what I do is I add it to the stream just like that with a display capture. And then I use the Alt key on her display and I crop it up like this. So we just have, yeah, there you go, babe. I just have her cropped up. And then what I do is I right click and I go to filters and I add a chroma filter, which will remove her background. And then look at that, we are in the same stream. So she is physically in the same house as I am. She just happens to be streaming from a different room in the house. And the reason why we do that, I know a lot of people probably wonder, why doesn't she just stream in the same room? Well, if we do it this way, we never have a problem with feedback on microphones or microphone problems. It just works. So there you go. It's green, so it's a watermelon. Oh boy. So that is how we set it up. Monica is connected using Melon, but you could use Restream or StreamYard to do the exact same thing. If you're interested in exploring what Restream, StreamYard, and Melon are, there are links in the description down below, so you could check it out. Let's get another question.
Okie dokie. We are asking the last question.
The last question. All right.
Last question comes from Mega Squad Trevor.
Well, hello, Mega Squad Trevor.
Okay. He says, what are some apps that are free for iOS that I can use for my streams besides using the Elgato Stream Deck Mobile and Touch Portal?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. It depends kind of what you want. As far as stream control apps and that sort of stuff, Stream Deck and Touch Portal are the only two that I know of. Now, you can add the remote app to your voice mod. I can show you that right here. Let's go over here to tutorial. So if you're using voice mod for any of your live streaming assets, you can go into this right here. Where is it? Voice box, soundboard, voice labs. No, no. There's actually a voice mod app that you can load on your phone. I think maybe you do it right here. Yeah, right here. You can load the app and it brings up the thing, and then you can switch your voice stuff from the phone. Works the same as Stream Deck and anything else. So if you're looking for that, that's a cool app I like. But I'm not aware of any other ones. Oh my.
Texas Tip Pro in the house. What does he say? He says, what you think about the YOLO box, bro? What is the YOLO box? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I might be out of the loop on this one. You can listen to some tunes while we're doing it. Yeah. I think YOLO. Yeah, these guys actually contacted me. So, YOLO box, bro. wanted to make sure it was YOLO Box Bro and not YOLO Box Pro. Okay. Because there's two different ones, so I'm gonna check it out. You know, these guys contacted me about a year ago to review this, and at the time I was just like, But it's offered by B&H, which means that it's at least a functional application that probably works pretty well, but it's also $800. So, let me switch over here. Thank you by the way, so much, Texas Pro Gent.
Over here to the main. And so let me give you my thoughts on this. And we'll possibly. So for those of you who don't know, this is what this looks like. If you are doing a lot of outside sources, the thing that's nice about this is you can actually physically stream directly from your YOLO box, from what I understand. It has its purpose. It's probably not for me, and you can see he's streaming right to Facebook and right to YouTube and right to Twitch. And for me, if you're going to be on the road and totally remote and all that sort of stuff, this is probably pretty awesome. It looks like he's even got like his cell phone thingy in here, or it might be a memory card. I'm not sure. But it could be a cell phone SIM. So yeah, you can hook this up to LTE. So you can stream over Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or LTE. So this is like an all-in-one streaming box that you could just plug in your cameras and stuff to. I would say if you are looking to do live on-site remote streams like I used to do all the time, I would love to have an application like this. That would be just awesome, because it means I could plug in my regular DSLR and everything else and stream over cellular service. That would be just epic. But for the average Joe who's just live streaming in the studio or in the room, man, this is a lot of extra money for no major purpose. So it looks like a really, really cool tool, but I would also say that it's a really, really cool tool for very specific purposes. Probably for more remote live streams and traveling and that sort of stuff. Because instead of having to take my entire computer, I could probably put a live stream on that box right there and not have to worry about it. Whereas right now, if I was going to live stream on the road, man, I got to take a lot of computer equipment with me. So yeah, I think it could work for that. I really do. That's pretty cool. Let's get another question here. I don't know if we actually got that last question, did we? Because we got interrupted.
See yeah, Mega Squad Trevor, some apps that are free for iOS that I can use for my streams besides Elgato Stream Deck.
We did. I gave him the voice mod op. I don't really know any others. Yep. I'm using the A10 Mini Pro Extreme ISO with 8 HDMI inputs. Yes, the difference between that Logician and this YOLO box is this YOLO box will actually connect to, Ethernet or whatever, and you can stream directly to multiple platforms right from the box. And it will even connect cellularly, which is awesome because you literally use this to live stream at the beach or whatever if you want. Oh, the A10 will as well. Well, holy mackerel, that's pretty cool. All right. Well, then, heck, I don't know, because the ATEM is probably cheaper and much more proven platform.
I don't know how much cheaper.
There you have that.
It can get pretty expensive, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, babes, so what's the next question?
Oh, no.
The next question is, there are no questions. Finish the last question.
What do you mean there are no questions?
I mean, when I was reading the last question, I said it was the last question, so now there are no more questions.
Well, what? I don't understand. Who turned the form off?
We did turn the form off.
Who turned the form off?
I don't know. It was somebody. Maybe we should find out.
All right. You know what? Let's find out who turned the form off. We have to know.
Who it was this week.
Who? Who shut the
let's see.
form down?
Who closed the form down?
Who was it? Who
Who was
was
it?
it?
Let's do it.
Haircut Michael Fire Jr. Ooh.
Who closed the form down? Who closed the form down?
I don't know if it was you, Dr. Rob. We have to wait for the form.
I love the music during this.
Aussie
Aussie
Wheels.
Wheels?
Aussie
Why
Wheels.
would Aussie Wheels shut the form down? Why would
Not
you
even
do
here to
that,
defend.
Aussie Wheels?
I don't even know if he's here.
He's not even here? Well, why would he
Slacker.
do that, though? Then that's just mean.
He must have set that up ahead of time.
Man. I can't believe Aussie Wheels would do that. Hey, we got 109 likes tonight. That feels pretty good. I really do
110.
appreciate that.
That's very good.
4M down. He shut the 4M down.
Shut the form down.
Yeah. You know what? I know whose fault it was.
I took care of it.
Oh, did you?
There we go. I knew whose fault it was
Yep.
There it is.
all along.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who would it be?
Yes, Siberian, he did it remotely. That bastard. Well, it is what it is.
All right. Hey, this was a fun show tonight. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Anyone who came and hang out and asked a question or enjoyed the question, just had some fun. It was awesome. Hopefully everybody has a great July 4th. You got anything to say, Pumpkin?
Yeah. Well, wishing everybody a happy July 4th. And, well, everybody in the U.S. a happy July 4th. And everybody just enjoy the rest of the week. Have a good weekend. We will be back here next week, from what I understand. We will be back here next week, 7 p.m. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, the only legitimate time zone. And
Yes.
Bring back your questions. Come for some popcorn.
Bring them.
Come for some sound effects. I don't care. Just come back. We will see you next week, guys.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I want to say thanks to all of my amazing moderators and all of the folks in the Streamer Squad that come and hang out and answer people's questions in the chat when I, don't see them or don't get to them, or maybe they just have a quick one. And those guys are amazing. Thank you to Monica, my awesome question asker, and of course, Michael, who does some work in the background to help keep me on track here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much. Do me a favor, guys. This world, can get you down, and if you don't, if you don't enjoy yourself and go out there and have some fun, well, it just keeps snowballing. You can't be worried about the way things are in your life or in the world. You've got to just chill out, enjoy the way things are in your life, and try to make the world a better place by doing nice things for other people. That is the easiest way to make this world a better place. Be the change that you want. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and start worrying about what you can do to make the world a better place. And if you do that, well, you know what? It's a snowball effect. The world is just going to get better, at least for you. And you know what? If you're a happy person, well, isn't that good enough? Isn't that good enough? The point is, go out there and do something nice for someone else. It will make you feel absolutely great, and it goes a long way towards making this world a better place. I love you guys. I will see you next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And keep watching the videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you make those comments and give those thumbs up. They really, really do help me to continue to do this, and I couldn't possibly do this without you guys. So thank you so much. I will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Love you. Today's video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Place It design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Place It for yourself. If you have the means, supporting the sponsors that support the channel is a great way to help me keep making awesome content that helps you. So thanks.